You promised yourself you would never ever yell at your child again. And you really try to keep yourself calm, but then it happens. You lose control and you snap. What are you feeling a few hours later? Terrible guilt. What are the overwhelming thoughts in your head when you go to bed? I'm a terrible parent. Let me introduce you to Crash, the 5 steps that will help you to recover from your own parenting crash. This is the most effective way to repair after you've done something that you promised yourself not to do. C is for cool off. Once crisis happened in your house between you and your child, both of you are unable to use your logical brain. And that's because your fight or flight part of the brain is absolutely firing. Just remember last time you had a big row or argument with your partner, your husband, your wife, and what happened when you tried to have a conversation during the heat of the moment? Well, it's not really a conversation. It's both of you trying to prove you're right, and all that does just escalates the situation. And the main point is that during that moment you work against each other, not with each other. So it's crucial you take yourself away. You can say to your child, I'm too angry now and I really need some time to calm down. I'll move myself away and I will come back when I'm calm. And you move away. And you don't move on to the next step until you're fully calm. Sometimes it might be a few minutes. Sometimes it could even be the following day. And the way to check that you are ready to move on to the next step is ask yourself, can I show compassion to my child? Can I demonstrate my love to my child? If you can't do those things, you are probably not ready to move on to the next step yet. Recognize your mistakes. Assuming that you are fully calm and you are reconnected with your own cognition, you then approach your child and you acknowledge what you've done wrong. You can say, I'm calm now. I needed that time to calm down. And then you say, I have made a mistake. I yelled at you. You can also mention the feeling you had at the time, because that will actually help your children to label their own feelings. You can say, I felt really angry and it came out in the way of shouting at you. And then you move on to the next step. Apologize. It's very important to make sure you apologize for your actions, not your feelings. It may sound like this. I'm so sorry I have yelled at you. It must have felt frightening for you. And very often when we model to our children taking responsibility for our own actions, we then notice their children actually apologize for their part of their wrongdoing. S stands for solution. This is a really important part of the repair. For you, it will really help you to reduce or even eliminate that tightening feeling of guilt. And for your child, it will really model that we all make mistakes. That mistakes are opportunities to learn and grow. You can say, perhaps next time I'll try and take myself away from the room before I get too angry. Or you can invite your child to be part of problem solving and part of brainstorming, and they can come up with some solutions for you. First of all, it will give them opportunity to practice problem solving for themselves. Secondly, they'll feel really empowered when you ask them to help you. And the last step of the crash is heart to heart. Pour your love at your child. Hug them, kiss them. It will really help both of you emotionally if you give yourselves a chance to reconnect and do something fun together. It could be simple things like reading a book together, playing Lego together, going for a walk together. And if you are too busy to do it straight away, make sure you have the discussion with your child and schedule some time together. I really hope you found these steps useful. Just remember you're only a human, so don't be too hard on yourself. These 5 steps of crash recovery will really help you to get rid of that horrible feeling of guilt and will help you to reconnect with your children and most importantly to move on. If you found this information useful, you might enjoy my other video where I'm talking about what not to do when you apologize. If you want to get notified when my next video is released, make sure you click that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.